Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the Stain and Seal Show. I appreciate you watching this clip. I think you're gonna love it. Here it goes.
So several years ago, my wife and I decided to start a sheep farm. We had some land. So in Tennessee, we've got coyotes, bobcats. You get the occasional bear, but usually somebody shoots it pretty fast because we live in the country with a bunch of rednecks. And occasionally you hear about a mountain lion. And we got a lot of stray dogs. So if you're going to have sheep, you got to have a good sheepdog, right? And so we did what any good farmer would do. We found like a really highly recommended person who breeds sheepdogs, and we went there, and it just so happened that they had a litter of puppies right now. And so we got a $100 sheepdog puppy, and that was a Great Pyrenees. I remember he was such a stud. He was, just the epitome of what a sheepdog should look like. When he turned about a year old, we started finding lambs that had their ears messed up. The tops of their ears were messed up, and we couldn't figure out what was going on. One night, it was cold. It was wintertime. We had a big bale of hay. I saw my dog. I looked out, and he was right in front of a dog, and he was doing something. He was eating something. And I go and I look down at what he was chewing on, and it was a baby lamb about this big. That was when I knew I had a bad dog. I had a dog that had learned to play with the lambs at first. And then he found out that they tasted pretty good. And he wasn't mean, but he was the guy who was chewing up and killing our lambs. So our highly recommended sheepdog was a sheep killer. And then so we went through a few more puppies, trying to raise a puppy because we thought we had to raise a puppy and they have instincts. So went through more puppies and young dogs and had the same problem over and over and over. And this couple from Indiana or Illinois, maybe, they had a sheepdog for sale for $1,000, and her name was Ellie. And Ellie was a seasoned professional sheepdog. She was probably 5 years old at the time. They wanted $1,000 for Ellie, and I thought they were crazy. But I was losing between coyotes and predators and bad dogs. I was losing a lot more than that in just profits from sheep. Not to mention profits. I mean, I couldn't grow my sheep herd. My lambs kept dying. So I thought the price was high, but we bought Ellie. We picked up Ellie. And as soon as we brought her to our farm, she went to work immediately. The first thing she did was she found the fence and she walked the border. Just with her nose down, sniffed. She found the perimeter and she started patrolling. She started watching the sheep. She would lay near the sheep all the time. She would never wander off. And our farm began to flourish. So buying a used dog really changed our operation. It was really what we needed. We didn't think we could afford it, and we didn't want to pay the money, but the used dog was really what we needed all along. The moral of the story is we would hire team members that we thought we could afford, who had no experience or very little experience, and we would spend a lot of time and resources to try to build that person up. But in most of the time, we would just have to part ways later because it wouldn't work. It didn't work out. Now I understand that all of our best hires in our business scare me because I'm afraid that maybe it's gonna hurt a little bit to pay them what they are worth, because a used dog costs a lot more money than a new dog, right? But a used dog gets stuff done. They've been there before. They've got experience. They know exactly what to do. And a used dog can train a puppy. When we got another puppy, our used dog trained that puppy. Turned out to be a phenomenal team together because she taught him what to do and how to be a professional dog. So as we move forward in our company, we're looking for people who have been there. They know what to do. They've done it in a similar business or not even close to being a similar business, but they've been here before in a different type of environment. And they've got the experience that we need to take us to the next level. And it costs more money in your mind up front, but actually it saves you so much time and so much money moving forward. So sometimes you've just got to buy a used dog.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to the Stain and Seal Show. I really hope you enjoyed that clip. To see another clip just like it that I think you're gonna love, click on this link right here. Or if you wanna see the full episode, check us out down here. Now make sure you subscribe and like, and we'll see you on the next Stain and Seal Show.